Hello everyone. In this video we're going to be taking a look at an article from the Washington Examiner published on February 22nd, written by Paul Bedard. This is just too good to pass up because it goes to show that my women don't vote along the vagina lines. Oh God, unlike how the left wants them to vote. Suburban women want the wall, buoying Trump after fleeing in 2018. Haha. Oh, this is such a beautiful thing. Suburban women, as in suburbia, they want the wall. Suburban women, after fleeing Republicans in the 2018 midterm congressional elections, are coming back to President Trump. Well, I think that's an overstatement. I don't think that they fled the Republicans in 2018. I really don't. That doesn't make sense because that's playing along the lines of, excuse me, that they're not of their own free will and that they voted along vagina lines last election. They didn't. They're coming back because of the wall. They think for themselves. They didn't flee. A few of them left. The reason many want his border wall. Yeah, because it's about protection of the nation. It's about stopping this influx of people who are just going to collect free shit and be a net drain on the system. And I'm not saying all, but as a whole group, they are a net drain. A remarkable new Zogby Analytics poll found that suburban women, more than likely voters, okay, I don't know why you need to throw that in, support the wall and Trump's emergency declaration that will allow him to spend more to build it than Congress okayed. The numbers: 45% of suburban women want the president to find other sources of money to build the border wall versus 40% who don't. So yeah, majority. What does that say to you, Democrats and the left? Is that kind of like a get bent type of situation for you? And 50% back his emergency declaration, so half of them, which means you've got the undecided and the no's on the other end of that. That's funny. So, I mean, you've got the layout here. If the president were to accept the current $1.375 billion deal for border fencing, should he use funds committed elsewhere to complete the 500 mile of border fence he originally wanted? Now, blue, all likely voter. It says all likely voters. 37% yes, 45% no. Suburban women. Or wait a minute, no, that's not no. That's suburban women. So 37% all likely voters, 45% women. No, 42% all likely voters, 40% suburban women. So the suburban women are strong on this one. When you have on the nose them dominating by 5 percentage points there, that says a lot. It really does. Yet, you know that they're going to try to keep this quiet because they don't want that out there. The Democrats and the left and the legacy media surely don't want that out there. Even though most voters do not agree with the president's recent actions regarding the border, suburban women do favor his policies. That's, oh my God, I'm sorry, but fuck you. Most voters do not agree with the president's recent actions? What the fuck are you talking about? Well, it is the Washington Examiner. You aren't exactly pro-Trump. A plurality of suburban women want the president to get funding elsewhere to complete the border fence, and half support him declaring a national emergency to do so, said pollster Jonathan Zogby, who gave Secrets an advanced look at the results. Oh, so it's Zogby saying that, and you're just kind of hyping it up and putting the full quote in there because, like I said, you're not exactly fans of Trump. Most voters, Zogby, where did you get this idea that most voters did not agree with the president's recent actions? Because I disagree. As the 2020 presidential election inches closer, Trump will look to strengthen his support among his base and appeal to swing voter blocs such as suburban women. The border wall or border fence will be a key issue he can utilize to help his re-election chances, especially as his Democratic opponents move further to the left regarding immigration policies, he added. I love how, they're talking about swing voter blocks. Suburban women are a swing voter block. Why don't you just say they're kind of independent? I mean, that would make more sense, because the swing thing is like they vote for my vagina or not my vagina. His latest survey found that Trump's approval has continued to edge higher, and he's picking up support from other groups that had soured on the president, including Hispanics, African Americans, and independents. Well, the funny thing is he's drawn more Hispanic votes than any other Republican before. Hispanics strongly support him, except for the Trump deranged lefty types, because a lot of those Hispanics came here legally. I know of one. He's my friend. He's from Guatemala. And his plan is to have his citizenship taken care of before the 2020 election, because he wants to vote for Trump. Hispanics strongly support him, the ones who came here legally, that is. Why? Because they don't like seeing these illegals just show the fuck up and get preferential treatment. Well, they busted their fucking ass, saved money, and have no social safety net to fall back on as a legal resident alien, as someone with a green card, as someone working towards their citizenship. And the independents were like a key group on getting Trump elected. Holy fucking shit. They didn't vote for Hillary. The independents didn't sour on Trump. A lot of the deplorables are fucking independents. So you're trying to make it sound like the independents weren't that hot on Trump. A lot of the deplorables were fucking independents, you dumb shit. The president's numbers steadily gained among independents. 39% approve, 55% disapprove. And voters without college degrees, 45% approve, 51% disapprove. Two groups that helped him win in the 2016 presidential election. Another interesting area where President Trump gained ground was with Hispanics. 40% approve, 57% disapprove. And African Americans, 24% approve, 70% disapprove. Well, that's because that 70% is on the Democratic plantation, being good little voting slaves, voting for the Democrats, hoping to get those table scraps of free shit. Both groups' jobs approval rating of Trump increased in the Both groups' job approval rating of Trump increased the most in months, said Zogby polling analysis. And it didn't end there. More from his poll. Our last poll witnessed a striking blow to the president's support. For the first time since we have been tracking Trump's approval, he did not have a majority job approval rating among weekly Walmart shoppers. 47% approve, 51% disapprove. Those numbers also bounced back for the president to 52% approve, 45% disapprove among all-important consumer voting bloc. Among the all-important consumer voting bloc. You went to fucking Walmart? Where the hell did you go to Walmart? That it was like that, because, well, it had to have been, moderate kind of place, because the thing is, if you were doing that, if you went to a Walmart, say in the deep south, in a red state, I think your numbers would be just a bit different. The president's job approval also recovered among his base. He continued to have support among Republicans. 81% approve, 17% disapprove. NASCAR fans, which I don't know how the fuck this figures in, but okay. 56% approve, 41% disapprove, which is kind of funny because, he's Mr. New York, okay, fucking Trump. And 56% of NASCAR fans, which don't tend to be New Yorkers or New York types, approve. You gotta love that one. Rural voters, 51% approve, 46% disapprove. That I would expect the rural voters, because they tend to be more conservative. This one I don't understand. The Central Great Lakes voters, 46% approve, 52% disapprove. I don't understand how that gets figured in. That should kind of fall into your rural or your suburban area, but okay. And voters whose household income is $50,000 to $75,000 annually, 47% approve, 51% disapprove. Yeah, Trump is actually moving up, and the Democrats, I'm sure, are not liking it. Trump improved with small city voters. 46% approve, 53% disapprove. And suburban voters, 43% approve, 52% disapprove. But more importantly, he's doing very well with suburban women. 50% approve, 50% disapprove, who are vital to his re-election hopes in 2020. And I bet you Warren and Kamala and, oh God, I can't say her name. I did a video with her in it, covering an article with her being talked about on it, and I couldn't even say her name. One of the Democrat presidential candidates, whatever the hell her name is, I can't say her name. But she's probably not happy about the my vagina ain't gonna work. Yeah. When you have 50% of suburban women backing Trump on the wall, that says a lot. That truly says a lot. In part, it says biology's kicking in because they're women, after having kids, tend to get way more protective, and studies have shown this, which I can't remember the name of the video. Aiden Paladin covered this, where you have a situation where they actually get not more racist, but it kind of, like, they become more skeptical and cautious of outsiders, which people have tried to translate into racism. But if they don't look, or they're not part of your immediate group or anything like that, yeah, that's what happens. So I could picture that being a factor in this, that these women are mothers, and that biological imperative is part of this. I mean, you know, obviously biology doesn't drive us completely, and there is the conscious effort and will going on as well, but I wouldn't be surprised if that's a factor in this. You know, to see suburban voters in general, 43% approve, 52% disapprove. Where are these men that are part of the total? Because it's 50% approve of suburban women. So that means that there's some soy boy cuck bitches in suburbia, some neck-bearded fuckwits who are never Trumpers. Well, you wouldn't expect a neckbeard to ever be a Trump supporter, but yeah. Anyway, I just had to bring this up because this is definitely something worth talking about here. When Trump has half the suburban women supporting him on the wall, oh, the Democrats must be cringing. They must be freaking out. They must be like, ooh, what are we going to do? We can't play my vagina. What are we going to do? We can't play that. My vagina. It ain't going to work. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? Oh, no. So, and they can't play the wall. You know, wall is, you know, inhumane or cruel or whatever other argument along those lines they want to do, because half of these suburban women are going to be like, excuse me, I want to protect my children, motherfucker. And that wall is part of protecting my children. So, yeah. Anyway, I've covered this well enough. I'm just going to leave things here. If you liked this video, depending on where you are watching it, please give it an upvote or thumbs up. If you want to know when new content of mine hits the internet, don't forget to subscribe to one or more of my social media or video accounts listed here. Also, with YouTube, don't forget to ring that bell. You can find all of my video content on both BitChute and YouTube. This may not be the case with other places I upload to, but I will try to minimize this happening. You are always welcome to interact with me at any of these sites on the list, so feel free to do so. If you have anything you want me to cover in a video, when it comes to news or current events, send it right along to me. I will try to do my best to cover it. As always, thank you for watching.